Technology has reduced the role of the DJ in breaking music. The job has gone beyond just playing music right now. You need to develop yourself as a brand and understand every element of the game. What are you doing with social media? What are you doing with marketing? What are you doing with your image? What are you doing with visibility? That is what's going to make a difference. Because if you're not a brand, you may not get the necessary traction. So the role of the modern DJ has changed. However, it is still the DJ that's playing the music every single day.
Correct.
That's just a fact. That's just a fact of it. But you need to add a bit more. The new DJ now must have an X factor. When you have that X factor, the artists will come to you to amplify their music. What are you bringing to the table beyond that? That is the question for the modern day DJ.
Technology is for you to facilitate your creative concepts.
Right.
Your good creative concept. Your good creative. That is what right now. So let's just talk about now. I don't want to be thinking that AI will be a DJ. I will not agree with you.
Yeah,
from my scope,
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
No, I don't. I'm not definitely not agreeing as well. It's more like it's a trend, right? We're looking at trends today.
But that's not a trend today.
What?
AI DJ. Nah.
Afrobeats lives here with DJ Who Be Dat.
Would you say events, the radio stations, the big, would that be like a driver for this? So obviously, I mean, I listen to some radio here and there, but over here, do you have a lot of influence on playing Afrobeats? I'm curious, when you got here, were there a lot of challenges trying to get into the community and help the culture? How do you see that trend happening? Like,
I wouldn't say it was that challenging, but coming from Lagos, I had a different, how do I put it now, a different perspective from the DJs who were here. Because coming from Lagos, we had a lot of, we didn't call it Afrobeat then, we didn't really have an identity, but we tend to drift towards Niger pop. So I had loads and loads of them, and people CDs, and people were already dancing to the tracks in Lagos. So coming down here, thinking that things would be the same, as naive as I was, I didn't realize that you couldn't get away with what we were doing in Lagos. So it only had to be a few that could really fit into the groove. It took me a while to understand that, and when I understood it, I went with the flow.
Were you using a CDJ then back then, or what was it?
Oh yeah,
was it a controller or what?
Nah, not in 2005.
Right.
It was I think CDs were what we had in the industry then. Though we still had turntables. I came from the turntable era, you know. But back in the mid-noughties, it was just CDs. We used CDs,
and so the ability to now mix some of those songs you came with some of the songs here was, obviously available.
Yeah, it took a bit of a learning curve to understand that their listening culture is different from where I was coming from, and I had to pay attention. I remember a particular night I was DJing, and I got carried away and started flowing like we did back in Nigeria, and my friend had to
put you back,
had to call me to order, like, man, you're gonna clear the dance floor. So yeah, it took a bit of a learning curve, and I observed, and yeah, I adjusted accordingly.
So with Afrobeats now, it's almost mainstream right now. We can say that, right?
I think it is mainstream.
Yeah. Now we have a name for it. Before, you said there wasn't a title for it. There was multiple things.
Yeah, but several people had several description for it. But now we have an umbrella
An
name.
umbrella name.
Not sure I really agree with it, but
I want to know that opinion of yours. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah,
So what would you say is your?
I mean, Afrobeats, it is great. It introduced us into the mainstream.
Right.
All the songs coming out of Africa cannot be classified as Afrobeat. I think that is a bit of a disservice to the practitioners. There should be some sort of distinction so that we know that, look, okay, this is bongo, this is hip life, this is what's it called now, amapiano. Everything cannot be
Under the Afrobeats umbrella.
You understand? Yes, Afrobeats has introduced us to the mainstream. So I think going forward, there should be how do I put it now? Proper distinction to the genre. Yeah. So we know that, yes, umbrella name Afrobeat, but he's doing bongo. They are doing amapiano. They are doing Fuji. Because Fuji is beginning to sneak into the Afrobeat
Nice
thing.
And people like Nice, and they kind of were doing some mix of that. Portable,
fusion of different things. Yeah,
I think Afrobeats, the umbrella, in my opinion, makes it more easy for the global community, which is, we're not looking at our own local community right now, right? We're talking about, now you're in London, and this is a big, again, in the club, this is what I hear about 90% of the time now. So I think it makes it easy, don't you think, for the population that is not from Africa to just classify everything, or you think that classification still matters?
Yeah, we needed that to break into the mainstream, but like several other genres that started out as one thing and then branched off into several other sub branches. It's gonna happen whether we like it or not. At R&B, and then we start having things like the neo soul. It's gonna happen to Afrobeat eventually. We are going to have genre distinctions whether we like it or not.
It's happening. It's Afro-pop.
That's it. And even within the UK scene, I think about 5 or 6 years ago, they wanted their own identity separate from the Afrobeat thing. And I think a few guys started heading towards branding their music as UK swing and not particularly Afrobeat. So yeah, it's gonna happen. Like you said, it's already happening. So
so it's already happening, but is this growth then? Because it's as if it grows to beyond that Afrobeat, that name, right?
Yeah.
Into multiple other things, then do you lose that global?
I wouldn't say so, because even with hip hop, we have things like trap. In the UK they have drill. So I think what that would then end up doing is creating more revenue stream for the practitioners. You have people really going into their own area where they're comfortable with, where they don't have to get labeled out of their name. They have they can then stick to their originality, that look, this is what I do. Yeah, it is from the, how do I put it now? I am from Africa, but what I play is not Afrobeat. What I play is hip life. I think Ghanaians, they get ticked off when you call their hip life Afrobeat.
Really?
I think so.
Why you say that? I'm curious to see.
I think I've come across 1 or 2 comments on social media expressing that displeasure. Maybe not explicitly, but I have come across 1 or 2 comments like that.
And is hip life not, I'd say it played a force in the way what is now morphed into a lot of what we're playing in, especially in Nigeria, right? Wouldn't you say? Would you say there's a bit of a connection? At least from the production standpoint.
There would always be elements of several genres coming into play, because even the hip hop that we had back then in Nigeria was a fusion of different things. You had several things coming on board to form a whole being. So I don't think you can actually remove how do I put it now? How do I say this that it will come out sounding right and not offending?
Right. Now I know what you're trying to do. But no. Basically, there's some interrelate connection between.
Yeah, because even our Afrobeat now is
right.
a fusion of different genres. You have the Caribbeans going like, oh, that's
like soca.
That is our music, and
right.
I mean you have the hip hop practitioners going like, nah, that's our music, and I think a few weeks ago there was this guy on Twitter who came on and said, oh, Afrobeat movement started getting accepted when Kendrick and what's her name, Caesar, did the track for, I can't remember what the movie was.
Caesar.
Yeah, the lady Caesar and Kendrick Lamar. They did was it for Wakanda? For Black Panther.
Got it.
He was saying that Americans started accepting Afrobeat because of Kendrick Lamar and Caesar. Like, for real?
Really?
You know, so you're going to have people have different takes. They are speaking from their own perspective.
That's right.
So, yeah, but really and truly, what we have currently as Afrobeat is a fusion of several genres. And that is why I am for breaking it down to multiple genres.
So not simplifying. It's too simplistic to
you
put
understand.
It
so and have people remain true to their originality.
How did you get started DJing?
I got started DJing in 1984, and actually I'm a music lover, so I used to go to work early in the morning. So there's a studio along where I used to pass, which is a Lupeju side. So every morning when I'm going, the DJ in there in the shop, we start recording. You know, you hear the sound when you're going. So I continue to buy. Then it was a tape, so I buy tape from him. So one day he called me. He said, since you have interest in music, why don't you do this job? So that was 85. He said, why don't you do this job? I said, okay. So he now brought out a mixer called Ellie. It's 2-channel. He sold that mixer. I said, okay, this mixer, what else do I need? Then I have a very good job, so there's money. I said, okay, what else do I need? He said, okay, you get a turntable, you get that, you get everything. So I'm willing, yes, I'm willing to do all that. So I got a turntable called Santica. It's called Santica, yeah. After getting all the set, I said, how am I going to get to know all this? And he said, I should not worry. So this guy, his name is Dr. Jola Osho. So from then, Dr. started, you know, like every night when I finish work, he'll come to my house with the records and we start practicing. So from there, I go into DJ properly. So after that, I got my own shop, a recording studio in Post Office Road,
Lagos.
in Mushin, Lagos. And the name is DJ Andy. So, and I practiced that for almost 17 years back in Nigeria before coming to UK. So that's it.
Nice. And so when you got to the UK, what was the DJ scene like? What kind of music were people listening to?
Well, when I got into DJ, it was still then it's R&B 90s and old school. So it was I think that was the part of Afrobeat then, in the years of Plantation Boys and Two-Face. You understand me? They were coming up, Shakomon and all that. So, but properly, it was just rising then when I came in. But the Afrobeat, the old school 90s was the main base then, because like if you play like in a Nigerian restaurant, not like now when you are playing, they don't want to listen to old school, they listen to Afrobeat. Then it was 90s, 80s. You have to play, even though if you play a bit of Afrobeat, you must play a lot of 80s and 90s. When I got into London, actually I didn't want to do DJ because like I did that 17 years in Nigeria, and my intention was to come here and work without DJing. So, but my sister-in-law pulled me back into DJing.
Oh, nice. How?
Yeah, because like I think the second day I came into UK, I was watching TV and I saw Abbas on TV show. This is Abbas, and he said, you just came yesterday. How come you know Abbas? I said, I know this is Abbas. So the program ran back and the name came out. DJ Abbas. So that's how she started saying, no, you have to do this job, you have to do it because you know it. So okay, I decided to do it. My brother bought me the first set. Yeah, that was in 2009, 10. So he bought the set and I started. So to get myself a name, so I now decided that, okay, I have to continue to use that name.
Andy Pro.
From Nigeria because they know me with that name. They don't call me name, they call me Andy. So I migrated into that name, started using that name. I used Andy for a long time. So the Pro came in. Reason being is because we have 3 Andys in the DJ industry here.
Oh, really?
So,
Nigerian DJ.
Nigerian DJ. So if anything happened, you know, like before they call me, Andy, yesterday you were in a party and this time I said, it's not me. You understand me? And before then, Abbas advised me that. So when that happened, I now had a Pro. DJ NDYPRO.
So what have you seen about growth of Afrobeats?
The growth of Afrobeats introduced a lot of things, interest. You know, it's not equally all of them, you know, some but at least out of 100%, I can say about 85%. You understand me? You see, the music is live. Once you hear a very good music, you understand me, you come back to live and you listen to it. That is what Afrobeat have caused. You understand me? Creating happiness for people. That's what me I see. That's of course, because like everybody wants to come out, go to restaurant, go to bar. Nothing. It's not food. It's the music.
Music, okay.
But now it's not just the music. Now it's Afrobeat.
Which is
They want to go and listen to music. Now it's the number one is Afrobeat. Even you can come up with other options, but the first thing is Afrobeat. As a DJ, we know that. Even though if you cut off from Afrobeat, sometimes they complain. They don't want it. They want you to go back to, you can repeat songs so many times, they don't care. They want to listen to Afrobeat. So that is the growth of Afrobeat.
Do you have an opinion on, you know, how, you know, some artists don't want to call it what they're doing in Afrobeat anymore? Do you have an opinion there?
Everybody have equal decision, you know, to make. So if an artist go off Afrobeat, he doesn't want to do it, he have his own reason for doing that. And if some say they want to keep in that, they have their reason for saying that. I can't say much, I don't have any.
Yeah, you can start with a genre, they decide to want to change.
Correct.
Yeah, no problem. That's their opinion.
Okay.
But as far as I'm concerned, where did this start from? It's an Afrobeat that started with.
We had no source of knowledge. You know what I mean is there was nowhere you could go to learn it from anything. There was nothing like YouTube. There was nothing like that. And apart from that, nobody in 1980, nobody knew how to mix.